business is your business. It's all up in my lady business with me, Mary Nisi.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Ashley.
How are you this beautiful day?
I'm not bad, actually. For the first time in a long time, I think having the Metro show over was a big lift that needed to happen, and then I could, be a human again in the world.
How was the Metro show?
It was really good, and also just while we're just putting pins in things, I really want to hear about that girl trip you went on to with the camp with the little girls that you were. But we'll get to that eventually. But yeah, I guess this episode's being recorded after my triumphant debut at the Metro in Chicago for a hot flash dance this past weekend. And thanks for asking, Ashley. It was awesome. It really was. I was so scared. I'm not going to lie. I was terrified.
What were you afraid of?
I was afraid of a lot of things. I was afraid of not being able to get a read on the room. I was afraid of we hadn't, like, usually, like, I mean, not to brag, but this year almost every hot flash dance has sold out, or no, they've all sold out. And like I just hadn't had and then this one was only selling meagerly by my estimation. And I was getting kind of nervous because I thought the Metro wouldn't want to have me back. And the part of the problem is that, like, in August is a hard time for anything, especially my target demo being like moms over the age of 35. And so not necessarily moms, but like older women that like, are we old? I don't know what we are, but
we're middle-aged.
Anyway, most middle-aged ladies are dealing with, back to school and bringing out those last vacations and then getting ready for school. And then I had a bunch of other things up against me. Like, there were other things happening in Chicago on Saturday that were kind of attractive to my target demo as well. So I was just a little nervous that it wasn't like, I didn't sell out the Metro on my very first try. I'm real bummed about that. I was, I had high expectations, and as it turns out, I'm not Sonic Youth, or actually Sonic Youth is no longer a band, but a band that could sell out the Metro handily. LCD Sound System. Yeah. Dunno. Actually, speaking of LCD Sound System and as well. So when I got to the Metro, okay, hold on. Blah. So I was nervous about that, and then just not doing a good job or whatever. I mean, anything. I can really tear myself apart, Ashley. I can.
Oh, I know. And it's like, okay. And like, we focus so much like on the negative part, but like, holy shit, you got asked to play at the fucking Metro. And like, you've been in the music industry for 25 years. Like, this is a big deal. And then we find a way to be like, I'm not good enough and blah, blah, blah. Instead of just like, yeah, that sucks. But how was it?
So when I got there, I got to park in the lot next door, and it was during a Cubs game. Like, so I had to roll into Wrigleyville at 4:00 as the Cubs game was getting out, and they had barricaded Clark. So I was trying to get in at Racine, and I'm like, hi, I'm going right there. I'm like performing at the Metro tonight. Like, I need to go right there, which is like, it's like the Ginger Man's right there, and then the Metro. And the guy's like, you better be going there. A lot of people are trying to get through, and I'm not letting anyone through. I'm like, I promise you, I am performing there tonight. And it felt so crazy to say to the guy, I'm performing at the Metro. You need to let me through this barricade. But I got through, and then I got in, and just like walking through the doors, like not going through the front doors, but going in through the regular, like the doors that, the talent, which is what I was referred to as at one point, goes in, and they provide roadies. So I actually had like two guys that came out,
like a beverage, like dudes to carry your shit.
Not an alcoholic beverage in my car. It was it was two guys, surly. One of them, like, he's like, where do you want this to go? And I'm like, in, I guess. And he like put on gloves to pick up my DJ rig. And I'm like, oh, honey, this all feels very intense. Are you union? Anyway, when I got in there, Melissa had also arrived. So Melissa and I are like both kind of shitting our pants because we're both, Melissa and I have lived very, very, very parallel lives. Like we've been at every show together, but not realizing we were there together. So Melissa and I get in there and we like go back into the green room, which I have been in a lot at some point. I mean, I just, have a lot of friends who've performed there over the years, and I've just found my way back there, and I've done questionable things in that back room, mostly alcohol related. I was wondering at one point what the street value of the cocaine that's been done in that room would be.
I think you sent me that text message.
Because I'm like, and the thing is when we got there, she's like, so she had like a stack of wristbands for me, and she's like, how many people are you needing for? I'm like, are you bringing back here? And I'm like, just 2, and she's like, 2, and I'm like, yeah, just me and Melissa. And she's like, okay, I think people normally, I think you get like 15 people. And I did not know that. So anyway, we get back there and it's super clean and it smells nice before, bad things happen in rock, whatever. Anyway, they have like all these posters wheat pasted.
What kind of bad things, Mary? What kind of bad things happening?
Backstage at a rock club. I don't know what can happen backstage at a rock club, Ashley. But they have all these like posters like from past concerts, like wheat pasted onto the wall. And Melissa and I, between the two of us, I think we'd been to 10 of the shows that were on that wall. And they were all they must have done this a long time ago, like during because it was like, they were all very like 2010s era shows, which 2010 was a real banner year and era for rock and or roll for whatever reason. 2010, so many good things came out at that time. Mm-hmm. But it was really fun to look at the wall and be like, oh, I was at that show. I was at that show. I was at that show.
Well, you're a legend. You walk the walk when it comes to your love of music.
I attended
You're a legend
shows.
In my way.
Okay. I did spend a lot of time going to rock shows. I think that's like the real upside of having kids late in life is that I got to just still be like an adult with money that could just spend money on shows. Anyway, we got there, we walked out on the floor and I was set up on the floor, not on the stage, which I was initially kind of bummed about, but actually it wound up being way better. Melissa, I've added this video element to the HFDs. Have you been there since I started doing video at them? Mm-mm. I don't think you have.
No.
And so Rika, one of my, she works for Toast and Jam, but I've kind of brought her into this, the Hot Flash Fold. She's an incredible video, like she's a VJ. She has VJ experience. And so Rika has made, when she's able to, she comes and does it live. And like, what's fun about that is that, so she has like the logo and it's all set to the beat of the music. And like my logos are moving around. And I gave her a bunch of like pop culture references in video form that I would want like kind of played back there. So there's like clips from Rushmore from, the Wes Anderson movie and like Heated Rivalry and like the dance scene from Singing in the Rain, just like sort of like weird, just things that I like.
So
kind of
cool.
Behind me. Yeah. And then she also, when I'm DJing, I don't know what I'm going to play until I'm literally about to play it. Which sucks for her because if I gave her a list of things I was going to play, she could load them all up. But instead, she just waits to hear what I'm playing and then looks it up, pulls it in, and then she'll pull in the video of whatever I'm playing behind me as I'm playing it. And it's fucking rad. And then at the last one, she actually was able to hook a camera into it and then like was putting the audience on screen like while they were.
Oh my God. That is so fun.
It's really cool. She had a wedding that night. And so Melissa was taking over the VJ side of things. And it looked fucking rad. It was huge because it was able to be on the whole stage, which was like above me and behind me. So it was at points there were just like women who were just like standing there looking at the videos and not dancing. But yeah, so got set up and people started showing up at 6 and I fucking slayed it. And it was really, really fun. Some friends showed up that I hadn't seen in a while. It was fun to see them. You were supposed to come and you bailed. It's fine. It's fine.
I bailed.
Actually.
Well, I want to talk
so far
about
away from you. It really is. It's so far.
Well, there's two things. Like, so I had gotten back the night before from this camp that I was leading in Oregon for 10 girls. I had not been out indoors for many, many days. And I had my friend who was supposed to come with me. She hurt her back. And I just like, normally I've got like the biggest balls. Like my balls are fucking huge. I don't mind going places by myself. And this time I just like, I was already kind of drawing from like a low cup. And I just like,
honestly, you made the decision that was right for you. I'm really not mad. I just thought you were coming and I was looking for you all night. NBD. Anyway, just kidding. I mean, but not. Anyway,
no, I know. It's one of those things like you gotta, like these are the choices that we make in life and they suck.
Well, I mean,
like I would love nothing more than to be dancing. And I also like, I really actually needed the time to just like get my shit together.
Be Ashley by yourself in her house, not in a tent. In a tent.
In a tent with coyotes running outside of it.
Oh my God.
I'm so proud of you. That's so fucking dope.
Yeah, so it was really fun. I had some good requests. I didn't have any there were some really young girls there that kind of randomly showed up. And I had, when I talked to the lady that had let me, her name was Christy, and I'm like, I wish we had more people. And she's like, oh, we're going to have a ton of walk-ups. And I was like, really? We had like 30 people that walked up, which is, kind of impressive. But so they were pretty young. And so it gave you the ability to kind of play some newer stuff, which I don't normally, so I played like played some Olivia Rodrigo, which.
Oh, did you play the, one that I'm obsessed with now?
Oh, I played Drop Dead, but is it Stupid Song?
Yes. No, Drop Dead. I love Drop Dead.
The whole album. There isn't a corker on that whole. It's like I can't tell if pop music has gotten better or if I've become more mainstream. But that album, I mean, soup to nuts, so good.
It's
my
fantastic.
Favorite song on it is what's your favorite song on it? Are you just?
I like Drop Dead. I'm on Drop Dead.
She does a duet with Robert Smith on it that is really, really, really good. And the chorus is, "I think you're what's wrong with me." And I know.
Ooh,
I mean
that
isn't it?
Ooh.
I mean, And I mean, there's like zingers like that all over the record. And I have chills right now just still thinking about it. But I can't believe I've never heard that sentiment before. Like
I think what's wrong with me.
I think so good. And then the song before that, or one of the songs before that, is called "The Cure," which I think is kind of. I love that song though. "The Cure" is probably my favorite song on the record. But. Anyway, I got to play younger stuff, and when I was playing the Olivia Rodrigo song, there was like this big pack of older women who were going, "What is this? What is this?" And it's like, it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes, ladies.
Just
like throttle from Olivia Rodrigo to Debbie Gibson, and everyone will be happy.
What did I play? I texted all what I played to my friend Jean. Let me see what I played after the Olivia Rodrigo. But overall, it was super fun.
That was, by the way, I just gave you a layup for us to start singing Debbie Gibson, and
I didn't take it. I mean, I do get lost in your eyes.
There we go. It's like being lost in heaven.
I also did have at one point, every single Hot Flash dance so far, I have a technical difficulty of my own creation. I have this piece of DJ furniture that my rig is kind of built into, and it's like this like cool little pedestal thing. But I'm still a little too short for it. It needs to be about an inch shorter for it to like really be my size. And the button for playing is on the lower left-hand corner of it. And I think I just kind of I think my default like when I'm just sort of like absent-mindedly leaning on things, I think I lean to the left a little. I mean, actually, I lean to the left or right a lot, but but I hit that button a lot when I'm kind of like taking a sec, and I just shut the music down. And I do that almost every single time. And I did that while I was in the middle of Back That Ass Up, by one Juvenile, perhaps Lil Wayne's involved. And I started panicking. I'm like, what did I do? What did I do? And then I hit play on Cruel Summer. So I went from Back That Ass Up into Cruel Summer. That was a little bit of a weird combo. But other than that.
I feel that though. I feel that. If you're going to back that ass into a Cruel Summer, I'm going to transition something real quick. I just want to say why this is so important. To freely dance in a safe space to songs that feel familiar is the most healing and cathartic thing ever. And I am just in awe that you are have created this. I think it's just so badass and so needed and so healing.
Well, I wouldn't say I created it, but I definitely am doing it. And I
You created
I
it.
played Push It. I played Push It after Drop Dead.
Let's push
So
it.
Push it real good.
Oh.
That one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No.
And then I went into No Hands.
What's No Hands?
Waka Flocka Flame. I can't even. I can't even think of the chorus, but you'd know it if you heard it. Yeah, it was. I mean, I did some really ridiculous things that night, and it was super fun. But at the end of the night, I went to go settle up, and so second of all, there was this. The DJ after me was another woman, which is amazing. Two back-to-back women DJs, and it's this kind of legendary DJ from Chicago, Scary Lady Sarah, and she's been around forever. Like
I don't know her.
I've never actually. She's like a Neo. She was like she DJ'd at like Neo, and like she's just been around for a long time. And she looks exactly, and I mean exactly like Susie Sue from Susie and the Banshees. And it was her birthday, and she like so I'm like packing up my stuff, and I was wearing like a like a disco ball dress, and I'm like it's all. And then she's like she put like a huge skull on one corner of the stage, and like had tombstones, and she had an entourage. She had like 15 people with her. And I'm like, I think next time I'm doing this, I'm bringing an entourage with me. But anyway, I'm settling up at the end of the night, and the lady that is the Christy, the woman from the Metro, she was like, "You have the best people." Like, the vibes were incredible. Everyone was super happy and fun, and they drank. And she was like, of all the like, I sold like there was like 128 tickets we sold, and 100 people showed up. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she's like, no, that's actually really good. She's like, usually she's like, I've had shows where we've sold 100 tickets and only 10 people showed up. So the fact that like the conversion of like the people who bought the tickets actually came, because yeah, they make money off of me, but they make their real money off the bar. So like they want to make sure that there's butts there. And so she was like, "I love that she's like, everybody was so nice, so cool. It felt so good in that room. And you actually brought people in." And I was like, "So I can come back sometime?" And she's like, "Sure, yeah, well, let's talk." And so that all felt pretty good. So that is the alpha and the omega of that story. So, but yeah, it was
I'm
great.
proud of you.
Thank you.
We need to make a poster for that night.
What kind of poster?
Something, I don't know, one that we can like paste on your wall.
Shiraz actually made really awesome posters. I can just frame one of those bad boys.
Do that.
So it's really cool. I had my victory in the Metro, which I didn't realize how much that's been clogging up my brain of anxiety, because like the relief I felt as I drove away was palpable. Like it was like shunk. Like I really felt on Sunday like I could do whatever I wanted, which I don't ever really feel like I can just do whatever I want. I always feel like I've got 80 million obligations I'm ignoring at all times, which really gets in the way of the joy. But speaking of joy, let's talk about your girls' camp that you just went and facilitated. Were you by yourself?
So, okay.
How did you get this too? Yeah, I want to know
quick background for all of those listening. I am a former marketing company owner and transitioned into coach, somatic guide, and part of my training is in equine assisted coaching. And so I work with people to connect them with horses, and horses are like the most incredible mirror. They don't lie. They sync to your nervous system. Like they're so healing.
They have the largest aura of any animal.
Mm-hmm. And they're just so magical. And so I went through this training program with the Circle Up experience, and their home base is at Awake Ranch in Oregon. And I've been out there multiple times over the course of the last year and a half. And one of the women who I met during this time and who has gone through training with me is a horse trainer at Awake Ranch in Oregon. So anyway, there was a boys' camp, and we decided to do a girls' camp. And what was so cool about it is, so we had 10 girls out. So I'm co-facilitating with Gracie at this ranch that I did my training at. And what was so cool about it is, one, like the ranch feels so fucking good. Like there's like this giant pasture, there's horses grazing, there's a teepee. There was 10 girls who signed up, ages 8 to 16. They slept in the teepee and at the top of this field. And then there's a barn that has horses in different stables. There's goats. And what we wanted to teach them was like confidence and self-connection. And these are the same things that I teach women when I'm working one-on-one with people like their moms. But what was so fascinating to me was how loud the inner critic voice is for even starting at a young age. And like the 8-year-olds, maybe a little bit less, but then you could start seeing it in like the 10, but like by 11, 12, 13, 14, like these girls are self-conscious. They're worried about what other people think. They're holding back. And we were able to weave in a program that was all about like play, creativity, self-connection, stillness, movement, like all, and the connection to the horses. So it's like all of the things that are applicable for adult women, but in, kid form with nature as the backdrop. Leading a retreat is super intense, and we market it as a camp, but it's the same thing. Like you're holding a container for multiple days. And the first night, I was like, oh, I'm just going to like raw dog it and I'm going to sleep outside of the teepee. And then like tons of coyotes were running around and howling and having a party. And I was like, well, this is not how I go. So I like didn't get any sleep the first night, finally got a tent outside the teepee for the second night. And we did everything from, okay, this is what was so magical. Each girl was assigned a horse to take care of while she was there. So to feed, to bathe, to connect
Are they
with.
tacking them?
No, I mean, just like brushing and
okay, so they weren't saddling. They weren't like saddling them. And putting the bridles
we
and
didn't
stuff.
really like. They weren't necessarily going to ride the horse that they were assigned to, but just connect with. They, we had like specific horses that are better for riding for kids, and so each girl got a riding lesson. We filled up a mud pit and had obstacle course that ended in the mud pit. We had this big slip and slide with tons of Dawn soap. We made crafts. We like just it was so incredible and meaningful. And like honestly, it's like those key tenets of that, like if the key thing I think for me is that every person is seeking belonging within a group. And if that group gives you full permission, insists upon you being your full self, that group just gets stronger.
I do like the idea of being accepted for your full self. I feel like that's an interesting concept that I've never really thought about, because I always feel like in any group, they're only getting one piece of me. And I feel like there's very few people that access the whole thing. Do you know what I mean by that? I guess you do, because you just facilitated a whole camp about it. Also, I want to go back to one thing. How deep, like, were horses a part of your life when you were younger, or was like how did this horse thing happen? Because I am an absolute horse girl. I'm from Nebraska. I was on horses all the time. Like horses were my entire life when I was a younger person.
That's so wild. So for me, my great grandpa used to raise palominos, and but I wasn't raised with horses at all. Like
my street when I was growing up was Palomino Road. That's how horsey I was.
That's real cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have a lot of contact with horses. Like, yes, we would like go to a dude ranch, and I fell in love with horses and riding, but I just didn't have a big opportunity for it. And so I was really deep in my training and what I was learning and figuring out as a somatic coach, when a friend of mine who was like side by side on the journey with me sent me a retreat in Washington. And this was like April 2025. And it was a retreat that was an equine assisted coaching retreat and a lambing retreat. So there was like two things happening at the same time. Like on this ranch, we would be connecting with the horses, but also the lambs were giving birth. And so we were like going to be
the
witness.
ewes were giving birth to the lambs.
The sheep were giving
There
birth.
you go.
The sheep were having the babies. And it was this like wild experience. So like I instantly said yes, because I was like, something inside me is saying yes. The retreat is about cycles of life and death and birth and rebirth. And I was like totally like in it with my divorce, ready to sell my business, so many things. I was like, I have done all of this work to be able to serve other people. I want to do this experience because I need to be held in a safe container for, a weekend. And it was wild. Like I showed up and like the first thing that I saw was a lamb getting slaughtered. Because like it was April's Passover. And so like the butcher came and I watched the lamb like bleed out and I was like, holy motherfucking shit. And then right after that, I'm like watching lambs being born and getting to hold newborn baby lambs. And that was really cool in itself. And just like the backdrop of nature, like I'm such a slut for nature. Like big cedar trees, being in a valley of the mountains and just being able to smell fresh air was incredible. But what changed my life truly was I had 2 coaching sessions with a guy named Brad, who is the owner of Awake Ranch and runs the Circle Up experience that trains people in equine assisted coaching. And I got into the arena with the horse, and her name was Onyx. And he started asking me questions about like what's on my mind. And I was talking about I was thinking about my business. And first thing I wanted was like, I wanted the horse to like think I'm magical and special and all these things. But as I was talking about my business and I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this, the horse was like, get the fuck away from me. And like moved and like was like, ugh. And I was like, okay, but like I'm trying to do all these things in the world and come like you're supposed to stand by me, horse. And she's like, ugh. It was funny. Like my energy when I was talking about work and talking about marketing and talking about my company was just like, ugh. The next day, Brad asked me in my coaching session, like, what would it look like to be truly yourself right now? And so I took off my shoes and socks and stood barefoot in this arena. And I closed my eyes and I held my hands out and I opened them and the horse was right here in front of me. And then he's like, okay, what would you do next? And I was like, I want to sing. And so I like sang to the horse. And
Did you sing Debbie Gibson?
No, I just sang this like song that's like been in, it's hard to explain, like these songs that I have that are in my body and my system. And, but we do need to sing Debbie Gibson. And the horse was like right here. And I could feel what it felt like in my body to be in alignment and how the horse responded to it. And everyone around is like crying and I'm crying. And I was like, wow. So that was my major catalyst to be like, I am no longer in alignment with yakety yak. Like I must go. I need to be living my authentic life where I am following what is true to me, where I am an artist, where I'm a writer, where I am a coach and bringing, this feeling to other people. So I signed up right away to do the training and like have been full immersion until like I finished the level 1 and level 2 training and finished everything in May.
Did you do that all through the place in Oregon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So were you doing some of it remote or did you have to go out there to do it all?
I had to go out there and remote. So we like met weekly and then had a couple of like 4 different retreats where I had to go out there.
That's incredible. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that you were doing that. That's incredible. I mean, when we were in, if I go on vacation, I always kind of look for a horse opportunity.
I love that.
Because I don't, I don't have them too terribly often here. And I love horses. They're so in my heart. Like it's such like a
such a horse girl. Like I could feel that for you. They're special and magical. And like so to teach people how to connect with them and what they can mirror back for you is like it's the best. So I'm like working on some retreats and other things around here where people can like come and experience that
like with
magic.
Adults.
Yeah,
like
adults.
Adult horse girls.
Yeah, all the adult horse girls.
Well, when we were in, so I don't know if it was the last time, but we went to Hawaii a couple years ago with Sebastian, and we went to a ranch like on Maui. There's like the ranch, like the back country of Maui is where Hana is, like the road to Hana.
Oh, yeah.
And so in Hana, we went horseback riding at this ranch, and it's like these like they're dudes, like these are like they're like like the tough Hawaiians,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and this guy's like, yeah, so horses, they have a 6 foot aura. And like this, like this dude is talking to me about the horse's aura, but apparently they've got 6 feet on all around them where they can feel the energy of everything that is within 6 feet of their bodies, and they really feel it. And I think that's probably part of the reason. I mean, if that's true, then I feel like that makes total sense as far as like the empathy and probably the reason why I like them is because they kind of like non-judgmentally love you.
Absolutely. And they're just the ultimate mirror, the ultimate I don't know, it's just like such a comfort. And it was just really it was an awesome experience. It's so cool bringing it to girls. I'm it's moms, women, all of the people who are juggling a lot. Like it's just such a great way to like really feel in your body like this is what alignment looks like. This is what and like you could do so many cool things with them, but the main part was that I was really tired when I came back. I was like I had my hair was wild. I had dirt in my toes and had been sleeping outside for many, many days, which I loved. And like landing at O'Hare and like I was like,
Mm-hmm.
ah, get
Yeah,
me back.
because I was in Maine a couple weeks ago on vacation
Oh,
with my sister. My sister has a house up in Maine, and so we went up there, and it was the same
lucky.
thing. Like her house is in this. I mean, I can't even. First of all, her house is amazing, but it's located on this like pristine, like clear lake that you can
Mm.
drink the water. Like I'm not very good
No
in
Giardia?
no giardia, no giardins. One of the many pharmaceuticals I always see ads for. It's like I'm not very good in like non-pools. Like I don't deal well in like natural water where I don't know where the bottom is and like a fish might touch my leg. Like the ways in which I'm squeamish about certain things, I hate it about
I
myself.
understand.
I wish I was better in water.
Yeah.
Um but this my John and Sebastian went snorkeling in the lake. And John was like, you could see the bottom like forever. And when you get out, when you get out of like a body of water, you can just kind of like feel the water on you and you feel icky and you kind of just have to take a shower to like get the feeling off of you.
That is not my experience in water.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Well, I usually like after I will not go to sleep having been in an ocean or a lake. I will have to have taken a shower before I do that. And I had like 3 days where I didn't even realize that my body, it didn't even feel like I had like lake on me. Like
Mm.
it's real good. And
I
there's
love that.
loons
That's
there.
like that's how my place up in northern Michigan is. I don't shower when I'm there. I just like literally just 10 days, just the lake. I'll wash my hair in the lake, everything in the lake. And so I but ocean, I can't do that. I gotta wash the salt off from the ocean.
Yeah.
That's a little different.
But being up there, it's like there's no sounds and you can see every star. There's no light pollution. Like, I mean, it's kind of
No.
like the opposite of when I go to Panama. Panama is the same thing, just at the equator.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because we were stargazing and the stars are insane. I mean, the stars were it felt like you could touch them. I mean, it was so crazy how much you can see the stars. And we went hiking at this park that's just north of Acadia. So it's basically Acadia, but just north of it. So, and there was no one there. And I saw like colorful mushrooms that like I've never seen. Like it was like being inside of like a Patagonia catalog. Like
Yes.
it was like it
So
was like being
cool.
filmed where those things get filmed. Like it was this rugged, beauty, and everybody was so like kind of down to earth. And it's like, why do we fuck everything else up in the name of what? Like, why, like we have that could be everywhere. And I just want to be there all the time and not in stuff land.
It's so much. It's so hard. It's so hard. Like, just the fact that, like, I sort of believe, I don't know if I said this to you before, but like, I kind of am like, hey, y'all, this is heaven. We're here. We got it. And we're fucking up heaven. Like, everything that we could want is here and now. And then we create all of these problems for ourselves. And like, what's going to end up happening? It's like, everyone's like, oh, AI is going to save the world. We just got to keep it and they'll solve all our problems. And AI is going to be like, hey, everyone, stop the building, stop the usage, give the earth 10 years and she's going to bounce back and then all the water is going to be fresh and blah, blah, blah.
Like, what it would take for us all. Like, did you watch Project or read Project Hail Mary?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just the idea that the whole world came together because they saw this line that no one can see between, you know, the earth, sun, and the line that they were all trying to get beyond or whatever. I'm like, you got Africa to paint a desert black so that we could, like, it was just, I can't imagine us all cooperating like that. But John and I, the other night, maybe got a little stoned and started talking about the universe. And John said something very interesting that I'd never considered. And he's like, you know, well, like when we're like, he watches a lot of space documentaries. He's like really into like deep space. As we're going to sleep, he watches like YouTube videos on like parallax and how does it affect the galaxy? And like, I mean, I don't even know what it is. And I'm like, you understand this? Like, you're watching this and you understand it. It felt like a video you had to watch in like physics class in high school that I never understood then either. But he was talking about how, like, as scientists and humans, we're always just trying to figure out, you know, what's out there, like what is in the universe, how does it operate, you know, what are the secrets of the universe? And we think aliens of two different things. They're either coming to invade us or they're coming to like let us know the secrets of the universe. That seems to be like the two things that we think alien life is, or whatever. I mean, probably not the only thing, but one that's kind of the things that we're looking for. And John was like, you know, we spend all this time looking out and trying to figure out if somebody else can tell us the secrets of the universe. We already know that. Like, we know that if there's a hydrogen atom here, and if we need to change the view for something, we just add another hydrogen atom to that, and that changes that. Or, you know, we know how black holes work because of the way that we see antimatter do blah, blah, blah. Like, we've figured out the secrets of the universe. Like, at least the secrets of the universe that we can see. Like, we are able to understand, like, I'm like, how do we know what's on Uranus? How do we know that? He's like, I'm like, do we know it like are we like for sure that that's what Uranus is made of? Or are we just guessing? And he's like, no, we know for sure.
Just wanted to make a Uranus joke.
And I was hoping. I mean, just saying that, like, it just made it happen.
Right.
But I mean, you know, he'll be like, oh yeah, like it's a gas giant that's made of, you know, supernova dust or whatever. And I'm like, how do you know that? Like, and he's like, well, because we just know. And I'm like, how? We've never been there. Like, how do we know that? And he's like, because we know that the way we shoot this at this, and we know that when things are this color, we go through and I'm like, so we know the universe. We actually do know the secrets of the universe, probably better than, you know,
well, you know, I mean, I'm going to like take it. So we don't even know our brains and we don't even know our human bodies. Like, Zach Bush is a great source for this, for those of you who he's like a doctor, spiritual source, and shares all sorts of information. And he said two things recently that I thought were really, really interesting. One is that if you go and spend 3 full days in nature, like your whole system resets. And I thought that was really cool. And I'm like, check, I just did that. But then the other thing that he said recently is like, we're all out there like hungry for all of these sources, all of this information. And like, women can take one tiny little seed and then create a human, an entire conscious being within our bodies. And we don't even know what our brains are capable of. And the ocean is like so unexplored. And we're like, we know more about space right here.
We know more about space than we know about the ocean. Right. Like, that's crazy. Why is that cooler than what's actually here?
But like, I think it just shows how much we are in need of, like, we keep ourselves busy. We fill our plates with all of this minutia, and like permission to like maybe not worry about that right now. Permission to live the life that you're meant to live. Have fun. Go to a dance party. Go roll around in mud. Go connect with a horse. Like, this is the stuff that matters. Not like did you sign up for the right PTO
Yeah.
committee or
Yeah. No,
like
it's very, especially with parenting, because like and I know I've said this before, and I know that no one else feels this way, but sometimes I only have one kid and I'm older than everybody. Like usually I'm like the oldest mom anywhere I go, and I only have one kid. And I feel like that kind of makes me less of a mom. I don't think it makes me feel less of a mom, but when I hear other women complaining about or talking about their lives with their multiple kids, it sounds really hard. Like it sounds so hard. I don't know how my mom did it with 6 fucking kids.
yeah, that's crazy.
But my son also doesn't want to do the normal, like the typical things that he's not sporty. He doesn't, like, so I miss out on a lot of the, like, a lot of the stuff, like the travel sports and the things that kind of bond a lot of these people together. Like I was at Pilates this morning, and these women were complaining about having to throw the 8th grade pool party at their houses, and they don't want to have Nerf bullets everywhere. And I'm like, that sounds fun. Like, I don't know. It's like, I just have a different, I don't know. I can have Nerf bullets all over my house because I don't care. And it's only one person making them, maybe. Like getting your kid in the right travel soccer league, or getting the new, purse that everybody has. Like there's these bucket bags everyone seems to have. And I'm like, where did I miss the memo that everyone has, like, they all have these woven bucket purses? Have you seen these? I think Chloe makes
and
them.
like 99 I saw them, but
yeah, no. Oh,
okay, I guess
don't
they're
even get me.
back.
Don't even get me started on like, it is like crazy to me how I see every young person and their companions wearing. That was weird.
But
Did I just zoomed in. I think I have this new camera this new 4K camera that, like, it has gestures. I don't know what it. Anyway,
wait, should I get
guess
closer so we're like even?
There we go. I did it. Okay, sorry. It is making a loser sign and then popping it up in the air twice. That will make it zoom.
But let's get even closer.
Yeah, like let's do some dramatic effect as I talk about not wanting to be on the PTA, but I don't. I used to, but I don't anymore because I've lost all of my maternal feelings. Anyway, Ashley, I mean, not really, but kind of. Well, I feel like and I don't think I'm alone in this, because somehow I've wound up on threads in this very, like, if you're a 50-year-old Gen X lady that, is pissed off about the patriarchy, be my friend. I always, like, see that, like, in my threads. And I'm like, why are people doing clarion calls for me? And I'm not going to say yes because I'm that person. I am Gen X. We don't join parties. We don't, whatever. But it's like the second I turned 50, all of a sudden, it's like I lost my, like, maternal, or my, like, my desire to take care of everyone disappeared. Like I used to just be able to just do, like, all of the caring and all of the, like, remembering, little things. And I feel like I've kind of lost that a little bit. Like I don't, like, I used to keep my house clean, like really clean, and I just can't anymore. There's shit everywhere all the time, and I don't care. And John doesn't seem to care either, which is good. So we're not like, not living in squalor, but it's just, I'm not keeping my house up like I used to. And I'm not, I don't care as much. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not, like, it's like I've lost the nurturing, I guess, seems to be gone. Like I still love people and I still want to be around them, but I don't have this less coddling-ish.
Well, maybe it's like you're actually just not taking full responsibility for other people's experience, which is actually like a total sign that, like, the work is working. But, like, I think that, like, at the end of the day, we have, like, the moms who don't want the Nerf guns in their yard. It's because they are so at capacity that cleaning them up sounds miserable. So, like, when you're at capacity, you can't experience joy. You can't experience pleasure. You can't, like, there's no space to have that extra conversation with someone at a grocery store, like, stop by. Like, you always have somewhere to go and be and do. So no wonder, like, fun sounds exhausting, because the cleanup part, there's no space for, or they're always cleaning up something. And so the fact that you've, like, giving yourself, like, a little, like, release the pressure valve on perfection, like, that's a sign. That's a good thing.
That's an interesting twist and take on it, because I've been feeling really guilty about it, and, like, feeling and my mom kind of did that too. Like when she turned 50, she kind of just stopped, like she just kind of stopped too. And I kind of resented her for it. And now I'm doing it. And I'm like, oh, how the turntables turn, where I'm doing the,
I like
where
that
I'm doing the phoning it in, so to speak. But the idea of it also being, but I also feel like you're right. I have been doing the work. I have been trying to make, like I got a phone call from, like we changed how we did we stopped putting our mortgage taxes into escrow. Because
Interesting.
John, instead of putting it into escrow, we put it into a like a money market account, like a Charles Schwab money market. Or no, he is a CD. He does a so he puts money into a CD, so that then it makes money off of that, and then we pay our taxes out of that, and then that money made money instead of the government using our money, like basically using our money when they don't need it.
I gotcha.
Yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so anyway, our insurance didn't get paid. Like our home insurance didn't get paid. And I was like, oh, I gotta do that. I'm like, oh wait, I'll just forward the message to John and he can take care of it. And then he did. And it's like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I used to do everything because I felt like if I didn't do it, it was going to fall apart. And then when you let somebody else do something that isn't like as hard as you thought it was or whatever, it's like, I don't know.
Like you're releasing your death grip on life. And it's such a blessing to realize like, oh, you don't actually have to carry it alone. And listen, as women, many of us are waving the white flag all the time, being like, help me, I need help. And it doesn't show up. And then you have to keep going and do the thing and carry the load and whatever. But I think that there's something so special about like retraining your brain to be like, here are the things that I don't want to do and that I'm not going to get done, that are going to take up space in my brain to do. And I'm going to ask for help on this. And it gives like, in a way, that's matriarchy, is allowing other people to serve you while you serve them instead of like one person holding all of the power and the control, which is patriarchy. So it's like, yeah, letting people help you, taking stuff off your list is a really great way. And like, the delight, how good it feels. Like someone comes to you for help and it's something you want to do. And you're like, yeah, I got you. I do that. And then you feel good and you report back and they feel good. And it's no big deal to you. You don't think about it again. But
yeah, like, yesterday I was at my radio show and there was a woman there that was a trainee. Like she was being trained by another DJ. And in order to like make it to DJ level, you have to like record a show. And so she was in the other air booth, like recording her show. And I popped my head in and I'm like, hey, I'm Mary. I'm the DJ next door. Like, I know you're recording your, your show. If you have any kind of technical issues, please come and ask me. Don't futz. I will help you through whatever you need, because this is hard and nerve wracking enough. Just even as me, who's been doing it for 20, I've been doing radio for 27 years. So I was like, let me help. So she came over and asked me like, why is it doing this? And it was really nice to just like help someone and have answers and know like what I was doing and, and helping another woman get on the radio because there needs to be more of us. And actually when her trainee was there, he was like, hey, I'm kind of thinking about beekeeping. Like, what can you tell me about that? And so we had a little conversation about beekeeping. I offered to be his mentor if he wanted to get bees. And so it was like a day where I felt like I was really helpful. I was like, and yesterday morning, actually, Sebastian and I pulled probably at least 100 pounds of honey off of the hives yesterday. So we're going to process honey this weekend.
I'm pretty excited about that because I would like to be a recipient of your honey. I also want you to be my mentor for beekeeping, but like I'm just not quite there yet. I just need like a tiny bit more space in my life. But that's the point, is like helping each other is really important, not being in a death grip. And I bet you that those moms would be delighted to have a Nerf party in their houses if they didn't feel like they were carrying the weight of the world on their backs.
It's very generous of you. I was being a judgmental bitch, and then you turned it around to make it realize, like, no, you're right. You're right.
They're fucking tired.
They're tired. We're all tired.
We are all tired in our own cute little ways. And maybe like then one of the things it could be is like, hey, you host it. That's awesome. I'll help you clean up all of the things because I like it and I think it's fun.
Mm-hmm. I think they're the kind of people that I think have help that are hired.
But then they have to delegate the help, and then they get pissed off when they find the things later because someone didn't do as good of a job as they did. They were waving a white flag, and then someone fucked it up because no one cares as much as they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they have not yet learned how not
to let
care.
go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how not to care as much.
So Ashley, what would you say is the theme of this show today so far? What would be the message, the takeaway from today's app?
Okay, so let's go through it. One, I think that most of the things that we worry about don't happen. So we have this, even you, as someone who's got 27 years of radio experience, you have been a DJ for 25 years, you've been like living the life, and you still get nervous and you still have that voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough. And at the end of the day, everyone had a great time. Please believe it.
I know they did.
Yeah, they did. And that you were worthy of being there. And I think that what I had to say is that voice starts early and even in little girls. And the best way that we can combat that is by being around people who help us be ourselves, showing up as your full self, playing, being creative, staying connected to what is true for you, not necessarily following the path that other people carve. And then, like at the end of the day, when you get swept up in the way life be lifing, just look around and stop giving a shit about all of the things that are too much.
Wow, that was amazing. You just really did just pull the thesis statement out of the last 48 minutes of our lives. You're good.
Thanks.
You're good.
I appreciate it. I think I needed to hear that today. I'm like, my kids just started school. I'm like coming off of a great summer, got to like get my shit together. And, there's not to say that there aren't moments where we don't need to like add a little fire to our lives and start moving things along. And also, it's just important to do that from a place of like a little bit of self-love and definitely not from self-abandonment.
All right. I think it's a good place to leave it. I don't think we can get better than that. So thanks everybody for tuning in.
Wait, I do. There is something that we have been wanting to do this whole time.
What? Oh,
Mary. I get
lost. Oops. In the pants?
In a glance.
No, it's in a glance.
Isn't this what's called romance?
I don't remember the words because it was the 80s, but I do. I was more of
love that I have. It's like being lost in heaven. All right. Anyway,
when
that's
a
little Debbie Gibson. Little Debbie Gibson for you.
Eyes.
Yeah.
When I was a little girl, I literally I could not believe that she was like not like close to my age and writing her own songs. I didn't even know women could write songs. Like it was, and then she disappeared and proved that maybe they can't.
What happened to her?
I think she's really into Broadway. She's she does a ton of, and I think she writes books. I think writes the music for like books. I think she works on Broadway. I know a lot of her stuff is like, in the back end of musicals and stuff.
Okay. So I think that one line of this song fits our whole thesis.
Please.
And that is, I don't mind not knowing what I'm headed for. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, to the sky.
You can take me to the skies.
All I know is I'm in heaven when I get lost.
Next topic, we should discuss how many years and brain cells are dedicated to song lyrics.
Oh my God. I make the joke all the time that if Madonna songs were actually like science lessons, I would be a physicist. It's like I don't know how I have every single lyric to every Madonna song, but I have taken probably 9 years of French and cannot speak even un peu. Like it is. So, I mean, maybe she should have been singing in French.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's stamped. All right, we'll talk about Madonna next time.
All right.
If I'm invited back.
Well, and you are. And also Madonna just today, 11 nominations for MTV Video Awards. She was nominated for 11 for this new record. Like, she's 60-fucking-8 years old. She is 60
I haven't listened to it, so I've got to check that out.
It's so good. It's so good. Anyway,
we'll talk about that next time.
Bye.
Love ya. Bye.
Thanks for listening to All Up in My Lady Business with me, Mary Nisi. We'd love for you to like, review, subscribe, follow us at All Up in My Lady Business on the gram. And if you're a female identifying person and you want to dance, you can follow. I mean, everybody can follow it. But if you want to be a part of the magic at Hot Flash Dance Party, sign up for the mailing list to find out where our next party is going to be. And if you are looking for a DJ in the Chicagoland area or anywhere else, money's the same color everywhere. Fly us out. ToastandJamDJs.com has the best. And listen to my radio show. I have a radio show on Chirp Radio at chirpradio.org. That's Mondays, every Monday from 12 until 3 p.m. CST. Today's episode is produced by Shiraz Dada. Theme song composed and performed by, you guessed it, Shiraz Dada. All right, guys. Peace out.